Do you know who the father of Japanese whiskey is? His name is Masataka Taketsuru, and he is the founder of Japan's top quality whiskey, Nikka. And it's all made right here in the town of Yoichi at the Nikka Distillery. So let's head to the distillery because it's really cold outside, and let's see what Nikka whiskey is all about. Before we go, don't forget to subscribe for more Japan adventures. Let's go! Yoichi is a town located on the northernmost island of Hokkaido in Japan. The town's natural environment, with cold winters and sea breezes, contributes to the distinct character of the whiskies produced here at the Yoichi Distillery. Taketsuru studied the art of whiskey making in Scotland in 1918. So with the support of his Scottish wife, Rita, who he met in Scotland, they founded Nikka Whiskey in 1934. The distillery is right here, so let's go inside and learn all about the incredible Nikka whiskey. Konnichiwa. よろしくお願いします。
Welcome to Nikka Whisky Distillery.
Thank you so much. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. 私たちは見学来ていただいたお客様にここの蒸留所の魅力をお伝えするという仕事をやっています。今日は蒸留所のウイスキーを作る製造工程を、ご案内します。
うわー、すごい楽しみです。
まずこちら行きましょう。
Okay, let's go check out the facilities here. Let's go. おー、すごい。
ここは貴賓室といって、あそこの真ん中、竹鶴正隆、our founder がかけてた椅子で。
Oh my goodness. This is a really comfortable chair. I don't know if I'm worthy to be sitting in this chair, but I do feel very honored.
次はウイスキーの樽を作るところへご案内しますので、ヘルメットをつけてください。
Good to go!
Let's go!
Alright, let's go! We're gonna see how the barrels are made.
ウイスキーの樽はオークでできていて、だいたい空の状態で100キロぐらいあります。
100キロ。
そこにウイスキーを詰めて500キロから600キロぐらいの重さなんです。
わー、すごいいい香りしますね。
はい。そのウイスキーを作っている西澤さんを紹介します。
こんにちは。
西澤弘明と申します。こちらの余市蒸留所で樽の整備や修理の担当をしております。で、こちらの樽の担当としては13年目です。側板が37枚から38枚ぐらいだいたいできているんですけども、全てよく見ると扇状の形になっておりまして、最初はラッパ状にこう開いてるんですけども、この正直面のおかげでぎゅーっとこの樽の形に作られます。
すごいですね。
あちらの450リッター用の樽なんですけども、あちらを内面を焼いていきます。
おー、すごい。おー、これ何キロぐらいあるんですか？
こちらは120キロほどあります。お顔を近づけていただきますと、
はい、
この時相当強い香りが。
あ、すごい。It smells extremely strong. I feel like I'm breathing in alcohol. It's that strong.
これから焼くんですけども、
はい、
3回使ったので、もうだいぶもう熟成能力が減っちゃいました。また焼き直して活性化させます。
あ、で、そうするとまた使える。
はい、まただいたい 70% ぐらいまで復活します。さっきみたいなウイスキーの香りはだいぶ減ってしまったんですけども。
After burning it with that enormous fire, it actually doesn't have that strong alcohol smell anymore. Can you see me? It doesn't have that strong alcohol smell anymore. It smells kind of sweet, like honey. And I guess the more it sits, the more honey-like it gets. So now that they've cleaned it out by burning the heck out of it, they're gonna put the bottom of the barrel back on. So now the bottom is back on. It's not going to leak. They use totally natural materials like they did in the old days, and it doesn't leak. It's incredible craftsmanship. いや、ありがとうございました。めちゃくちゃ面白かったです。
ありがとうございます。
ありがとうございました。All right, so next we're going to go to the distilling room and see how the whiskey is actually distilled.
じゃあここが
はい
蒸留室になります。
おお、すごい。
はい、ここではポットスチルが6基あります。ウイスキーの元になるもろみが出来上がったものを蒸留させます。そうするとアルコールができるという。ここの蒸留所の特徴は石炭直火という製法でやっています。
すごい。なんか独特な香りがしますね。
そうですね。石炭を今匂い香りと蒸留の最初の香りになります。
へえ。おお、you can see the fire inside. Take a look. このポットスティルの上に神道のものだと思うんですけど、ついてるんですけど、どういう意味なんですか？
あれはしめ縄と言います。
はい。
創業者の竹鶴正隆は小さい頃からお酒は自然が作ってくれるものだという教えで育ってきてました。なので我々が作るウイスキー、これも最後仕上げる時には自然に祈って、いいウイスキーができるようにということでしめ縄を張っているということになります。
I think that's really, really a beautiful thing, and I love how Scottish whiskey has blended with some Japanese values as well, and that's displayed right here. Beautiful. We are here now at restaurant Rita's Kitchen. This is a restaurant right in the distillery grounds. And as I mentioned earlier, Taketsuru was married to a Scottish lady named Rita, so that's who it's named after. They actually got married in 1920 in Scotland, and then they came back to Japan to establish a whiskey industry here. And Rita's support and their relationship was considered a vital part in developing the whiskey industry that we know now today in Hokkaido. So this restaurant was made in homage to Rita and her original recipes because she also loved to cook. And apparently you can try some of her original recipes inside. So I can't wait to try them. Let's go inside. And that must be Rita Cohen herself, the mother of Japanese whiskey, I would like to call her. So at this restaurant, they have a lot of Rita's original recipes. So let's see what kind of recipes she serves here. This looks like a traditional Thanksgiving or Christmas dinner plate. It looks very home cooked. I think I'm gonna have to get one of these to try one of her original recipes. And this one looks really awesome. It's a Hokkaido pork that's been cooked in Nikka apple cider, because this factory used to make apple cider and apple juice as well back in the day. So let's try the Nikka cider pork as well. These recipes are supposed to be enjoyed with a glass of Nikka whiskey, of course. I'm gonna get the Crane's Bouquet. So it is basically a Taketsuru pure malt base whiskey with ginger ale and grenadine syrup. Cheers to Rita. That is super good. Even if you're not a big whiskey drinker, like you find that the alcohol is too strong, I think this is probably the perfect balance of being able to get a real taste of the whiskey. You get that like smoky fragrance from the whiskey, but you also get this wonderful, sweet, fruity syrup. This is a pot still, or it's made to look like a pot still, which is used to distill liquors like whiskey or brandy. Let's open it up and see what's inside. Apparently, it has actually been smoked in smoke that has been made with the wood chips that they use to fire the whiskey. This is a cracker sandwich with smoked cream cheese inside, and it seems to have some shiokara inside. Shiokara is basically squid innards or fish innards, which sounds unappetizing maybe, but it's a very common drinking snack in Japan, and this is a whiskey distillery. So I think Rita's combined a variety of Japanese recipes and classic Scottish recipes. Let's see how it tastes. Itadakimasu. That is smokiness to a level you've never experienced before. You wouldn't notice the shiokara really at all. It just adds a little bit of a almost smoked salmon-y kind of taste to it. Here is Rita's home recipe, her very own recipe for roast chicken. Cannot wait to dig in. So fragrant. The herbs that she uses in this chicken, really fragrant. It's so good, it's so flavorful. All right, now it's time to try the pork spare rib that has been simmered and stewed for a very long time in Nikka apple cider. Oh, whoa. That is super, super good. The meat is really juicy, and because it's been stewed in the apple cider, it has this wonderful appley sweet taste. Crispy garlic is a really nice touch. It's just sweet and tender, super juicy. This is definitely a must try. We are now inside of the Nikka Whisky Museum. It's a gorgeous museum, and here they have a tasting bar where you can actually try real Nikka whiskey that has been made right here at the distillery.
今日のおすすめは、シングルカスク余市10年のものですね。それとあとはブレンデッドウイスキーの鶴というものですね。こちら2つとも蒸留所限定、ここでしか飲むことができないウイスキーになります。
So it's now tasting time, but I want to know the difference between these two.
シングルカスクは一つの樽から出したウイスキーになります。ブレンドされていないということですね。
で、これはブレンドされた。
そうですね。ブレンデッドウイスキーの中でも、最高峰のものになります。そのブレンデッドウイスキーならではの良さというのがとてもよく出ているウイスキーになります。
Alright, let's give it a try. じゃあまずはシングルカスクから。
ウイスキーを味わうときにはまず香りを見ていただいて。
It smells delicious. It smells really sweet. I'm just gonna take a small sip to really savor the flavor. Here we go. Cheers. 美味しいですね。I'm really surprised at how sweet it is. Sweet and kind of like a sweet syrup. It's got a high amount of alcohol, but it's still really easy to drink. So now I want to try this really high-end whiskey that's been around for a long time, apparently. We're gonna try Tsuru. It's actually not as strong. これって何%ですか？
43% になります。ですからさっきのよりはアルコール度数が低いので飲みやすさは増していると思います。
My goodness, it's so smooth. This one is a lot less thick, probably because it's blended. So it's a little bit more liquidy, but it still has a very smooth, subtle, woodsy flavor, but not overly sweet. It's so different to see the difference between a single cask and a blend and also taste the difference. So tastings here at this bar are a lot of fun if you're a whiskey fan. いろいろ今日教えていただいて本当にありがとうございました。
ありがとうございます。
I learned so much today and this was so much fun. Thank you.
Thank you.
This was such an amazing experience and I felt so much history visiting the Nikka Distillery here today. It's amazing that some of the buildings are still standing since the 1930s. If you guys ever want to try some incredible whiskeys, this is the place to do it. You can learn so much, you can taste whiskeys that you cannot taste anywhere else. So definitely come check this place out. But I'm gonna go to one last place today where you can also try some really amazing Nikka whiskey. I have arrived now in Otaru City, and I'm at a popular drinking alley called Denuki Koji, and it was designed to look like colonial Hokkaido. It's home to around 20 food shops and bars, and it's a very popular place to drink. So my next stop is actually going to be a bar right inside. So let's go inside Denuki Koji. Here we are now at Nikka Bar Rita, and yes, you guessed it, this is a bar that's dedicated in homage to Rita Koen, Taketsuru's wife, and her role in creating Japanese whiskey. And this is a very popular bar for whiskey lovers to come enjoy whiskey, and I think I'd like to go inside and enjoy a drink and maybe give a toast to Rita herself. Let's go inside.
いらっしゃいませ。
こんばんは。
ようこそいらっしゃいませ。
すごい素敵なお店。
どうぞよろしかったらカウンターの方で。
いいですか、
はい、
ありがとうございます。
山口義則と言います。私は3年前まで余市蒸留所のウイスキー博物館というところに12年ぐらい勤めてました。
なるほど、ありがとうございます。一番おすすめのウイスキーって何でしょうか？
ここのお店ではやっぱり余市蒸留所限定のシングルモルトっていうのが3種類ありまして、熟成する樽の違いで特徴を出しているウッディ&バニリックですとか、この PT& ソルティ、ちょっと日本のウイスキーではちょっとユニークな感じですね。香りを楽しむんでしたらお水とウイスキーを1対1ぐらいにしてこう楽しむのが一番香りが分かると言いますね。あとは冷たくして飲むのが好きだっていう方は氷を入れて、はい、こちらがシングルモルト余市のウッディ&バニリックシンダル貯蔵と、こちらが PT& ソルティの水割りでございます。はい、こちらがおすすめの 燻製の盛り合わせでございます。枝豆とくるみとタコとホタテでございます。
すごい! But first, before we eat, let's start with the drinks. So this is the woody and vanillic single malt Yoichi. Cheers to Rita! Oh, that's smooth and smoky. And I can taste the vanilla flavor. It is really, as it's described, woody and vanilla-y. Now I'd like to try the peaty and salty single malt Yoichi whiskey. This one is a very unique flavor, so I want to really make sure that I can savor it. So that's why I got it as a whiskey and water. So let's give it a try. I'm not an expert taster of whiskey by any means, but you do get this wonderful, smoky, woody taste. But it's just a lot more subtle and gentle. This is definitely a whole new world for whiskey lovers. The fact that you can try all of these types of whiskeys here, this is a lot of fun, but it's even more fun to be able to taste it with some snacks. I've never had a smoked scallop before, so let's give it a taste. Wow, that's really, really good. It's very meaty, and it also has a little bit of a taste like smoked cheese. Goes so well with the drink. Man, smoky and smoky. It's so interesting how food pairings can change how you can enjoy your drinks. すごい本当に素敵なバーだと思います。
ありがとうございます。
はい、今日は本当にありがとうございま
ありがとう
し
ございます
た。はい、またぜひ北海道に来た時に遊びに行きたいと思います。
はい、ぜひ寄ってください。お
あ
待ちしております。
りがとうございます。
ありがとうございます。
So there you have it. They have an incredibly wide array of Nikka whiskeys here. So if you're a whiskey lover, this is definitely the place for you to come. But if you thought we were done here, we're not, because I'm actually going to fly back to Tokyo and I'm going to check out a bar in Tokyo that serves Nikka whiskey for those of you guys who can't fly all the way out to Hokkaido. So I'll see you guys in Tokyo. Woo! All right, I am back in Tokyo. That was such a fun trip, but I'm actually not done yet. I'm in the stylish area of the city called Omotesando, and I hear that there's a really, really cool whiskey bar in this area that I need to check out. So let's go take a look and try one last drink in the city and have a bite to eat. Whoa, here it is. This is Tokyo Whiskey Library. Look at this incredible entrance. Such a great atmosphere. This is a really popular and stylish whiskey bar here in Omotesando, and apparently they have over 1,000 types of whiskey. And they also do whiskey and food pairings, which I think is gonna be super awesome. But I'm here to try their Nikka whiskey in particular. So let's go take a look inside. こんばんは。
いらっしゃいませ。
すごい綺麗ですね。
ありがとうございます。
広い。
壁一面ウイスキー飾っております。
すごい。
じゃあ私東京ウイスキーライブラリーでバーテンダーをしております大中義弘と申します。本日はですね鮮魚を使用したカルパッチョをご案内いたします。それに合わせまして日課ウイスキーのシングルモルト宮城郷を使用した洋梨のカクテルですね。当店オリジナルの宮城郷のオーチャードクーラーというものをご提供いたします。本日メインのグリルのお料理ですね US プライムビーフのバベットハラミの部位のステーキご用意しております。こちらに合わせまして夜市のハーフロックお水とウイスキー1対1で合わせましたロックスタイルの飲み方でご提供いたします。お待たせいたしました。宮城郷と洋梨合わせた宮城郷のオーチャードクーラーでございます。
ありがとうございます。めちゃくちゃ美味しそうですね。There's fresh pear in here. I've never had a whiskey and pear pairing before, so I'm excited to try this. Oh my goodness, that is beautiful. The flavors are dancing in my mouth, and what I love about it is you can really taste the whiskey. There's nothing covering up the whiskey whatsoever, but the pear is so gently sweet. It really balances out the flavors. It even brings out some of the flavors of the whiskey.
ちらが本日のカルパッチョでございます。千葉県産の石垣鯛を使用しております。
すごい。All right, let's give this carpaccio a try. That is so delicious. It's got this wonderful herbal aromatic flavor, floral accents, and a little bit of this subtle citrusy taste in the back. And of course, the sashimi is so light and almost a little bit juicy. It's really, really good. Let's pair it together. Oh, that's so good every time. That really hits. I think it's the slight hint of citrus and fruitiness from the pear that goes so well with the lemony oil on top, and also the floral hints. They all balance so beautifully.
お待たせしました。シングルモルトヨイチのハーフロックでございます。
Wow, 美味しそう. I'm actually blown away by how beautiful this is. It actually has little rainbow crystals in this beautiful ice and in this gorgeous glass.
ウイスキーと同じ量のお水を合わせまして、ロックスタイルにしたものでございます。お食事とも合わせやすい飲み方の一つでございます。
Very interesting. I think this is my first time having a half rock whiskey. I've only had, I think, on the rocks or with water. It is just easy enough to drink, so you can still enjoy those really beautiful notes of the whiskey while it being just smooth and cold.
ではこちらが、US プライムビーフのバベットハラミのステーキでございます。
This looks amazing. Let's give it a try, and then we'll see how it matches with the Yoichi whiskey. Oh my goodness, that is so flavorful. I think it's a very beautiful way of cooking the meat. It's just kind of medium rare enough that you can get a little bit of that truly meaty flavor, and the creamy white wine sauce in the back, it just adds this layer of creaminess, and they all balance together so beautifully. They're still sitting on my tongue, so I think this is the right time to have a little sip of whiskey to go with it. That is super good. With each bite and all of the flavors in the dish, it does bring out more qualities of the whiskey. And you can really feel more of that smoky flavor in the whiskey now. It just adds extra smokiness to this thick, chewy cut of beef. This dish is absolutely amazing, but if you're a true whiskey lover, you might also want to try their whiskey flight. And they also change up what's available on the flight monthly. So definitely come check this place out if you guys are ever in Tokyo in Omotesando. This trip has been so much fun. I really had an amazing time in Yoichi and Otaru, getting to check out the Yoichi Distillery where all of the whiskey magic happens. I get to see how whiskey is made, try it right there on the spot, and even check out the Rita bar. And then of course to come back to Tokyo and discover where you can enjoy some of the best whiskeys in the city. Anyway, this is all for my trip today, and if you guys enjoyed it, please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and let me know in the comments down below what you guys liked most about my trip and what you guys want to try. I'm gonna finish off my delicious food and my drinks, and I'll see you guys in another video. Thanks so much. Bye.